Hi, my name's Reese from the Eastern Suburbs School of Music. Today teaching you the guitar solo from the Kiss song Calling Dr. Love. It sounds like this. So let's break that down phrase by phrase, teaching you how to play it. So just before we start looking at the phrases of the Dr. Love solo, a tip that it is tuned down flat, so therefore we have to tune our 6th string to E flat, 5th string to A flat, D flat 4th, G flat 3rd, B flat 2nd, and there's our E flat 1st. We're dealing with E minor pentatonic playing. So if you haven't learned what the pentatonic scale is, just click the little tab appearing above me or look in the video description. You'll see links to my lessons on how to play these particular scales. Important to learn if you're an Ace Frehley guitar solo fan. So what we're starting with, a Hendrix type hammer-on lick. I'm at the 5th fret and the 7th fret of your 5th string, and the strings go up from the bottom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5th string, or 1 down from the top 5th string. And a hammer-on, if you haven't done them before, once again, click the video tab appearing above me or in the video description links below. We're hammering from 5th fret down onto 7th fret, and we're going to do that 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Following that up with a pull-off lick. Same idea. If you haven't done this technique before or don't know what it is, just click the video tab above or the video description below. I'll have a link to my lesson on how to do those pull-offs properly. We're still going to be using 7th fret and 5th fret of that 5th string, but now pulling off to an open string as well, the open 5th string. So and in context with the first half of the phrase, and then to finish out what I'll call this first phrase, we're going to now go to the very top string of the guitar, playing fret numbers 7, 6, 5, 3. And it's important at that stage to move back your hand so that you've got 3 fingers behind, or a couple of fingers behind your 3rd finger on that 3rd fret of the top string, because we really want to pull that down and out of tune. Along with the delay and the reverb swell, it creates a nice, really big monster type growl. So you're more going for a sound effect there than pitch accuracy. And to complete what I'll call phrase number 1, we're moving right up the neck, 14th fret on your 5th string, slide into that from anywhere as long as it's a smooth slide. Haven't done slides before, click the video card or look at the video description. I'll take you to my lesson on how to do those properly. And then flatten out your 1st finger at 12th fret. You've got double dots at that 12th fret. And you're just striking across those sort of middle 2 strings, but you can include 2nd string as well. So 12th fret of strings 2, 3, and 4, and a little slide back. That's going to be phrase number 1. Let me just slowly walk through that phrase again. So we had the hammer-ons 8 times, 5, 6, 7, 8, pull off, and then the walking back on top string 7, 6, 5, 3, bend make that monster sound. Slide 12. Again. 5, 6, 7, 8. And take some time to learn that phrase now by pausing this video. Just get used to the frets. Have a little pen and paper with you as well, just to note down some notes for yourself to make this learning easier. And when you're ready, let's move on to phrase number 2. Phrase number 2, and we're up into this 12th fret pentatonic scale. I talked about the pentatonic scale earlier. Remember, there's a video description link to take you to a lesson on learning how to play that scale if you don't know it already. We're doing a string bend now at 14th fret of your 3rd string, and putting some typical Ace style vibrato in there. Once again, if these techniques you haven't done before, just click in the little video descriptions or tabs appearing above me throughout the video. We'll take you to my lessons on how to do these. Following that bend with vibrato, so bend with vibrato, 3rd string, 14th fret. Frets on the 3rd string, 14, 12, 14. Clapton type lick here. A bend at 14 and return. 12th fret on that 3rd string. 14 on your 4th string, so moving up 1 string. Putting those 2 parts together at the start of phrase number 2. Bend, 14, 12, 14. Bend and return, 12, 14 on the 4th string, the only string different. And there's the start of your 2nd phrase. It's come after the... is coming next. There's the sound of it. Let's teach it now. A 14, bend and return 14, and a 12. That's all on 3rd string. Then 14 on your 4th string. Drop straight down to 14 on your 3rd string. Back to 14 on 4, 12 on 3rd string. So just putting that 2nd half of phrase 2 together. Phrase 2. Heading into this bend lick now, the last part of phrase number 2. So the absolute staple of Ace Frehley's lick bag is this. So we're doing that at 14 bend on 3rd string, 12 and 12 on string 2 then 1. Then a 15 and 12 on the 2nd string. Starting to do it all over again. But this time finishing on 15th fret of your 2nd string. Then bending a lick. That's where he stops. So those 3 parts make up what I'm going to call phrase number 2. So let me play phrase number 2 a couple of times for you. I'll try and call out as I'm playing where part 1, part 2 and part 3 were. So we've come off the part 1, part 2. bending for part 3. So slowed down. 1, 2, 3. So just slowly piece those together. Pause this video now. Work hard on phrase number 2. It's probably the hardest part of the tune. It's also the fastest. Let me play it in context now, just for you before you go off and practice. So I've had phrase 1, phrase 2, sorry, part 2. Bending, end of phrase 1, phrase 2. Is coming up next. So, pause the video. When you're ready, we'll move on to phrase number 3. Number 3, we've got, to start us off, is what I'll call the whole phrase. So, hammer on and pull off lick on second string, 12, 15, 12. 14 on your third string, then bouncing back to 12 on second. Then we get some pretty wild bending going on. So that is 15th fret of first string. He pitches it first of all nicely to the, what we'll call full step bend, but then keeps going. So he's kind of gone halfway between a 1.5 and a 2-step bend. Once again, think of a sound effect more than the pitch accuracy with this particular bend. So a hammer on and pull off lick follows that wild bend, and it's 12, 15, 12, all within the scale, remember, on the first string. Then a bend on 15 of your second string. This one is more accurately pitched, just a 1-step bend, and vibrato at the top of it. So just a recap of what I've done so far in this phrase 3. Started it, wild bend, hammer on and pull off, bend on second string, pitched with some vibrato. And then, following that, bend on the second string. Just picking 15 and 12 on your second string, and then a bend 14 of your third string. And to get that country sound, with your pinky, flatten across 15th fret on string 2 and 1. So that's where we're getting that countryness from. So bend, third string 14, pluck those 15s, then bring your bend down. Following this then, so I've got a 14 and 12 on your third string. Bend and return 14, so 14, 12, bend and return. Pull off to 12, and then rest on 14. That all took place on the third string. A hammer on and pull off, 12, 14, 12. Then slide back to an 11, a part of the minor scale, a part of your bigger natural minor picture. And then to finish it out, 12, 11. So just emphasizing that 11th fret note. finish out this third phrase, so you've got 12 on 4th string, and then slide from 12 into 14. And same thing there as we did earlier with the bend at 3rd fret of your top string. Just bending it off pitch and making a sound effect, and they really ride the delays and the reverbs there to give it that sound effect, that chilling kind of sound that they're going for here to make Dr. Love sound like a menacing type character. So just to finish out this phrase. And once again, something we saw in phrase number 2. A slide into 14 on your 5th string, and then just slamming 12th fret on those middle strings and sliding back. That's going to end phrase number 3. So once again, a fair few parts, not as fast playing as phrase number 2. Let me just go through it again for you, as long as my fingers allow me to do that. Pause this video now, work on phrase number 3, and when you're ready, let's move to the last part of the solo, part 4, phrase 4. So we've made it to the last part of this Dr. Love solo. We're back at this end of the fretboard now. We've just come off. For that last bit. Once again, a bit of Hendrix flavour here with a lick that he probably learned off Hey Joe. So sliding into 5th fret of your 2nd string to the open. 5030. Then at 2nd fret of your 3rd string. 5030, 2nd fret, 3rd string. All off one pick, a hammer on and pull off lick. So 2420. All on 3rd string, that 2420. Then 2nd fret of your 4th string. And finish it with an open 3rd string. Then set up some fingers that allow you to really bend at 2nd fret of your 3rd string. It gets a bit tougher to bend at this end of the fretboard, so make sure fingers support. Bend and return, open, 2nd fret of 4th string to finish on your tonic, your E. 2nd fret bend and return, open, 2. Whole solo done. So take your time learning the 4 phrases, just slowly piece them together. Have your own notes that you're going to take as you go along, and you'll eventually end up with this. Here's the whole solo, played clean and just a bit slowed down. 5, 6, 7, 8. Pull-ups. Top string. Monster. Phrase 2. Phrase 3. Monster again. Phrase 4. Solo done. Thank you for all the support, everyone, while I've been away. I'm still fighting this dreadful thing called cancer. It's really lifted my spirits having the comments and requests that people have made. So thank you very much for that. It's really cool to get back in front of the camera and make some videos for you again. I'll make as many as I can while I'm in absolute good health for the time being. Subscribe to this channel if you've learned something from this video, the Eastern Suburbs School of Music here on YouTube. If you've got any questions, comments, or requests for another Kiss guitar solo lesson that you'd like me to do, I'd be happy to do them for you. And everyone, pick up your guitars, enjoy learning and playing this solo, and have some fun in 2019.